What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. Crypto buy zones and our targets. We're looking at the exact levels that we need to be watching out for, and that is what we're going to be analyzing today together. But you guys, before we get rolling, as per usual, you know what to do. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. If you're new here, you guys are welcome, and hit the small bell notification so you never miss a live breakdown here with me. Good morning. Oh, we have a new person, Yulia MF Manevich. Good morning. Hopefully it's just Hate or something. I don't know. King Tony Stein Vicius. Good morning. We have some new people today. That's pretty cool. Peter Jovian. Oh my God, so many new people. Okay, I'm surprised. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to everyone that I haven't seen before. So we're gonna jump straight into it. Let me just see, how's my hair? Everything's looking good. All right, so the reason why we started 30 minutes late today is my rescue. My rescue is decided that she wants to wake up at 5 a.m. She wants to wake me up at 5 a.m. so then she can go back to sleep and I can just like stare in the ceiling. But yeah, we're gonna jump straight into it. All right, you guys, make sure to restart the chat box over here so I can see what you're saying. Mr. Arpat is here again. So all right, so for anyone that's new here, this is how we run things here. We start first with reviewing the news. So the first most important thing for right now is that the US government shutdown risk is kind of still there, but Schumer is actually, who is the Dem leader, Chuck Schumer, he said that the shutdown is actually avoidable, but he really blamed the Republicans and President Trump, saying that he's stalling the talks exactly after Trump canceled a meeting with the Democratic leaders. So the White House Budget Office told the federal agencies to actually prepare for a massive firing plans if we get a shutdown next week. So that's kind of unusual because normally you would get like the furloughs type of thing, but massive firing plans is a bit of a weird way to put it. Like it's not very usual. So of course, like we discussed yesterday, if we get that real shutdown, what is that going to mean for us? Well, basically it's going to mean that we're getting more uncertainties, and investors, what do investors do in, like professional investors, of course, not people like most of the people around here, they just hold. But usually you know, serious investors, they de-risk. Hedge funds, they de-risk, so that would make stocks wobble. Think about, especially any small caps or cyclicals are going to struggle. And also the dollar, right? Think about the dollar and the short-term yield, not the long-term, but the short-term mostly will get super choppy. And then the VIX is going to pop yet again. And we know where the VIX is sitting right now. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so yesterday, in terms of advanced declines, I haven't opened the tab over here, but I saw it. In fact, we didn't, the market was pulling back, but we didn't have that many issues declining on the day. Energy sector was outperforming yet again. So that's tech giants completely fell. So overall lower, but the worrisome thing was that the 10-year treasury yield climbed to 4.15%. So that obviously is going to make the market sell off on a higher bond yield. Because what does that mean, right? When we have higher yields, borrowing is what is pricier, and future profits are in a way discounted more. So yeah, that is of course going to pressure tech growth. It's going to support the banks a bit, but it definitely, certainly weighs on crypto and on gold as well when it's moving so fast. So yeah, what else do we need to look at today? Let's see, what's that? Yeah, that's for the bonds. Basically, that's it. I think the most important thing that is left to mention is obviously the economic data that we have. So 25th, which is today, on Thursday, we're having the GDP update, weekly jobless claims, of course. We're also looking at some durable goods that are going to come in, existing home sales as well. This is usually in the yellow folder. It's not really in the red folder, but still important data to pin for us. So yeah, these are the ones that we need to be looking out for from the forex factory. And of course, if we get the hotter prints as usual, now think about it. Hotter prints is going to mean strong orders. It's going to mean that the spending is a bit more, maybe tight labor, right? That would mean that yields and dollar can go up, which is going to pressure. Of course, we know once yield and dollar is up, that is pressure on equities and crypto, and usually even gold, right? And if we get cooler prints on these data that we're expecting, yields are going to ease a little bit, and it's going to relieve the stocks a little bit. And you know, crypto and gold stocks, everything can catch a bit if we see that happening. So yeah, overall, again, shutdown watch. We need to be on the watch for the shutdown. We don't want to see that happening. The bond market is still the boss because the 10-year yield went to 4.15. And to me, that's pretty much the line in the sand. Above anything above 4.15, it's really going to make the market struggle. And anything below, we're going to have space to breathe. Right, we're gonna have space to breathe. Good morning, James. So many new names. Kalimera, I'm very happy to see. Gregory is asking, what are the trades today? We're gonna look at today. Tom C is here. Dan the legend, Lenin. Good morning, everyone. All right, so first off, we're starting with Bitcoin. Right, so we're starting with Bitcoin. Again, the bias was correct for yesterday. Just wanted to remind you guys that we continue to be smashing in regards to our biases. So yeah, for yesterday, basically what I was trying to tell you, that this pull up in the market above 13K, anything above 13K for me is an extension, and was an extension yesterday. Even though with this candle during New York session, a lot of the traders got extremely optimistic, and everyone was like, oh my God, are we going to see 115? Are we going to see 114? I was like, I doubt that we're even going to see 114 at this point. So yeah, we didn't even reach. Okay, all right. My rescue's having a stroll. We didn't even reach 114K, and price immediately pulled back down to close where below our levels of resistance / support. Yes, you guys, make sure to smash that like button. We have 41 people. I'm going to control the likes in a little bit to see if we have at least 47 likes. We need to have at least 47 likes. Anyway, moving on. Pablo, good morning. Oh, we have a few more joiners. Hi, everyone. Make sure to say hi in the chat box. All right. So the thing is, right? The thing is, price was trading quite positively, but of course, on the 4-hour, it wicked and it closed below our resistance. Very important, because the biases continue to be correct. So I will assume that from now on, whatever the bias is we're going to go with that, right? There is more confidence adding to what I see. When it's working out every single day, the confidence is growing. Of course, that can be dangerous, just like it happened yesterday with Ethereum. We're gonna look at that in a second. But basically, what I wanted to tell you, right, we need to look at, first of all, how is this day opening over here. So the day opens today with a sell-off, right? A little bit of a more convinced candle to the downside. This was the biggest candle to the downside. This is how the day opened, right? Today, EST, 12 o'clock, right? 12 a.m. So that's the first candle. Pay close attention. And what is it also doing? The candle closes below the daily support, right? Of course, it's on the 1-hour time frame, so you know, I understand. But if we move on the 4-hour time frame, you can see how we've closed below the daily support. So on a normal day, if everything was okay, I would assume that anything below this candle is going to be good for a buy today. So let's say today my bias is going to be the following. Actually, I'm not entirely sure for today, not as much as yesterday. The sole reason is because we're forming a range, so it's going to be the most obvious thing to do. So first of all, since we had a dump with the opening today, there is a slight chance that we might rebound again today and again play within that range. So that means again play within, I don't know, 113,600 or whatever the hell, anywhere below 113.4, right? And then bounce back down. So that's a huge possibility for today again. But anyway, I'm going to tell you now the levels and exactly how we can work it out. So if I'm like very, let's say risk, if I tolerate risk today quite heavily, I'll probably be long over here, and then I'll probably be cutting any longs that I have around 113k for sure, right? Around 113k. Because anything above 113k is going to be an extension. The same thing that happened yesterday. Absolutely nothing different, right? It's exactly the same situation the market looks like it looked like yesterday. It looks exactly the same. So we're either going to get that pump right now and have a second rejection from here, or the second scenario is that we're finally going to roll over and close price below 111k, right? Because ultimately that's the plan, right? We want to see price closing below 111k. Why? All right, so I'm going to tell you guys now. I want you to pay close attention, all right? If we're going to be bullish next week, it is extremely important for price to roll over below 111k. I already shared that on Discord. If you guys haven't joined Discord, make sure to join, because every morning I go on Discord and I give out my analysis and everything in advance, right? Even before I come on YouTube. All right, so let's check the likes. We have 56 people watching. Make sure to stop the ads because they restart twice sometimes. We have 34 likes, so we need at least 22 more likes. All right, we need 22 more likes, and then come in the description box, you guys, for me, and make sure to join Discord. You can claim your free VIP role. Everything is on there, so you can have access to all the channels, all the traders, everyone that's trading every day. And all the knowledge, as well as we have a person who's teaching, an FX trader, professional FX trader, who is also teaching trading, traditional trading. So this is what I want to tell you. Extremely important to join Discord, because that's where I tell you these things first. Claim your VIP role, super easy. Now, for next week, let's repeat so everyone's on board. For next week, it is extremely important for price to drop and open next week on Monday below 111k, because that is going to give me a very bullish bias. This is what I see from now. Of course, if we start pulling up, let's evaluate together what's going to happen. For example, right? Because all of this price action, right? All of these price action up until the 13th of October is going to respond for the September price action according to the strategy that I use, right? So, which, by the way, you can register to learn also on the waitlist. I'm just trying to say everything that I'm supposed to say, because then people tell me, oh my God, you forgot to mention. Well, I do, because I'm trying to focus on the charts. Anyway, right, so the clues that we're seeing over here is, first of all, we have liquidity at 110, very important. So 110 is going to be my line in the sand for Bitcoin. If we start dropping below 110, we're probably going to see 104.5k, right, around that area. I don't think everyone is saying that we're going to see 90k Bitcoin. I don't think we're going to see 90k Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to be the case at all. So my line in the sand, the first line in the sand, is around 110k, and if we fail that line in the sand, it's not going to be pretty at all. But the second line in the sand is going to be around 104.5 to 105.5k. But I don't even want to think about these levels right now, right? Because first line of defense is 110k. Okay, so now let's talk about this month of September, okay? This month of September, for me, finishes on the 13th of October. So until 13th of October, I am going to be only bullish if price opens the week before 111k, right? So next week is going to be the best chance. The next week is going to be the best chance, right? I want for price to drop down, because if it doesn't, we're going to face another week of whatever we saw this week for Bitcoin, if that doesn't happen, right? There is no reason for price to extend above before it trades with body closes below 111k at the very. I am actually willing to take a chance if price doesn't take the liquidity on the 4-hour time frame, even if it doesn't tap into the daily support, as long as it trades below 111K, I'm fine to start buying, right? This is what I'm trying to say. I hope it makes sense. Probably it's a little bit blurry because you guys don't understand the exact strategy that I'm using. For that reason, make sure to get on the wait list, you guys. Just do it, because that's how you're going to get cheap prices. Because once I release it, the course is going to be expensive. Those who are on the waiting list are going to get cheap prices, right? And of course, everyone that I love on Discord, you know, they're always Gabby, give me discount for this, give me discount for that. You know, we're mates. So Discord is a very great community, you guys. Again, in the description box, make sure to join. This is the link down here. You can claim your VIP role. All right, do we need to repeat for Bitcoin? Let me know in the chat box. Do I need to repeat the plan for Bitcoin, or is it clear? Right, because I want to make sure that everyone understands. If you have questions for today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. You know, you guys know very well that I don't particularly like trading on Friday. Dobroje, okay, good. If it's good, that's good. Now, moving to ETH. ETH, extremely disappointing yesterday, extremely disappointing. Hi, Chris. So the thing about ETH yesterday was that ETH was showing signs of strength. What was ETH showing signs of strength? Well, there was divergence on a 4-hour time frame. Yes, some might say, okay, Gabby, but it was the 4-hour time frame. I know. As you can see, it didn't work, right? Because the 4-hour time frame is the 4-hour time frame. So what we need to be looking out for is at least the daily. From now on, I'm not going to be holding breath for the 4-hour time frame on ETH anymore. I don't think it's worth it. As I saw yesterday with my position, because ETH was showing signs of strength, but it needed to start pulling up even before New York session, and that didn't happen. That didn't happen. ETH BTC completely puked. So my hope was for ETH BTC to start playing a little bit better, a little bit stronger, but it didn't. So for me, that long was not worth anymore, right? Now, Solana, I told you Solana, same thing. I'm not even sure about Solana, but regardless of that, I did open a long because I'm also just like you, right? I do sometimes stupid stuff, even though I've done my analysis and I analyzed that Solana is not to be trusted right now, right? I even forgot to put my stop loss, so I got liquidated on that, which was really annoying on Sol. But what are we looking out for on Sol? Well, Sol is right now trading very close to $200. What did we say? We said that we don't want for price to close below $200 on Sol. It's going to be very sus if it does that, to be honest. The only thing that kind of gets me, okay, even if it happens, maybe there is a little bit of chance. The only reason for that is because when Sol was super bullish down here at the 0.5, I want you to notice this price action. We did have a body close. We did have a bearish candle that closed below our area of interest. It did happen, right? And price bounced back. And that's on a weekly time frame. So to be fair, you know, it's not a matter of life and death over here. It might happen. We might get a body close below, but still we'll be fine because we'll be into buy zones. So we just need to make sure we regulate everything with the rest of the market, right? But I think even if we get lower prices, honestly, you guys, you can see it, right? $200 need to hold, very important. We might wick the area. We might create a massive wick such as this one, right? Let's try and draw it. Can I draw it actually? Let's move this. You see this wick on a weekly? 8% wick on Solana. So that kind of scenario is very possible. Oops. Nothing more to ETH. I will go back to ETH if you guys didn't understand. So that's my point. Also, we had an 8% wick, which is very possible to occur again, either this week or next week, right? Cam trades, let's go. Thoughts on Dodge? We're gonna look at that. All right, let's focus on the questions. Clear. Sol is being heavily suppressed by Binance. Do you mean daily close or weekly close? Weekly close. I mean weekly close. Nothing more to ETH. ETH, we can talk, we can discuss ETH again, right? That's no problem. So for ETH, basically what we said, anything above 3,500, we're good, right? So price can even drop to the buy breaker block at around 3,828. That's fine. I don't mind, right? I don't mind if price even drops to that level. So we just need to be careful. We just need to watch overall the market right now. For me, this is not a very good position to start accumulating. It is not. Okay, I don't think it is. Even if it starts going up, like, I don't like it. There is no divergence. There is no strength. ETH BTC is like, okay, yes, it is at a buy zone, but it needs to prove a little bit more to me. You reckon we can drop to the yearly opening? What is for you an yearly opening? Because my yearly opening is in April. So when is your yearly opening? Can you be more precise? Because I trade in a different way. What is the yearly opening? Like, what would you mean? 3,300, 3,300. No, I don't think that's, I think if that's going to be a pretty massive stretch if that happens. 3,300 is going to be a massive stretch. The only way I see this happening, 3,300, if it happens, the only way I see this happening is by a wick, right? So like a liquidation sort of scenario. 3,300, because that's around the 0.786, around the daily support at 3,364. So yes, we do have supports over here. And we can wick that area. Absolutely possible, right? Absolutely possible. Why April? I'm going to teach you in the course why April. April, because that's quarter two. That's quarter two. My year starts with the financial year in April. Please, if it's possible, hyperliquid. Yeah, so we have Doge, we have hyperliquid. We're gonna look at these ones, guys. So yeah, that's for ETH, right? The line in the sand is 3,500. You don't want to see body close. Any wicks between 3,500 and 3,300 on a weekly, accepted. Jill, we're gonna have a look at ADA as well. All right, cool. So we said about Sol. We said about Sol. This is the buy zone. I really want to see Sol holding right now, but knowing that we still have some time, right? We still have some time before October, where I'm essentially like looking to buy, right? I'm looking to buy October. I'm not necessarily looking to buy right now. Maybe into next week sometime. If we get an opening below 111K next week, I'll be very happy to start buying. Not only Bitcoin, the altcoin market as well. All right. Okay, cool. So first of all, let's look at ADA. Yeah, so ADA on the daily still has liquidity to clear. So for me, ADA, you know, it has no support here, but at around 0.7594. He's wiped at 7,475. I've been good, Cam. I've been good, just grinding. 7,475. I mean, probably or not, right? We'll see. Yeah, W mate. Yeah, you say that, but it's so much work, man. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Does that make sense, you guys? Yeah, so this is the buy zone. If your liquidation point is somewhere within the first, you know, half of the buy zone, it's too risky. So you just have to consider the risk. Yeah, cooked, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, this is the liquidity point on ADA. We haven't really taken the liquidity. If I zoom in, I can clearly see that it hasn't been taken. Make sure to like the video, you guys. We have 58 people. Do we have 58? I don't know how many. 62 people. So we need at least 60 likes. Let me refresh. And then, you know, I'm that person who just doesn't pay for ads. All right. So we have 47 likes. We need at least, I don't know how many likes. You guys tell me. 20 likes. 18 likes. So yeah, ADA liquidity hasn't been taken. The liquidity sits at 0.7807 and the buy zone sits at 0.76 approximately. So yeah, a bit cooked, to be fair. Yes, we can. All right, so we're going backwards over here. Someone wanted to check Hype. Let's open the Bybit chart. Yeah, so Hype completely exhausted. It didn't continue, just like everything else, but that's a bit of a more violent drop. The reason for that is because it can afford it, right? I don't like the liquidity at 35.7 daily liquidity. It is reacting from a point of interest that I had at the $42, approximately $42 right now. Buy zone completely disrespected. So in that case, you can pretty much consider this, you know, move up to continue down. To be fair. And then we're gonna get a bit too close to the liquidity at 35. So not very nice. Yeah. I mean, we should be able to protect this leg right now. And it doesn't seem like we're protecting it that well. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Hyperliquid, bit exhausted, mate. Definitely a bit exhausted. Let's have a look. What else do we have? Doge. Yeah, we said Doge, right? We're gonna look at Doge. Hold on, let me move in between like my 1000 pairs over here. That's Polkadot. Here's my Doge. Yeah, so Doge basically is just doing whatever everything else is doing. I like the chart. It's a little bit cleaner to me. It's been working out exactly the way I wanted it to work out. Now, the problem with Doge was, and we said that, let's repeat it again. The problem with Doge was that, again, it didn't break the 0.5. The 0.5 is very important zone for me in my trading. Hello, Peter Dale from Australia. Hello, everyone. So yeah, it's a very important zone, the 0.5. On a lower time frame, if price was reacting the way it's reacting from 0.5, I would be very bearish. But this is higher time frame, and we're in a bull market. So because of that, I am very positive on Doge. And because we had a break over here, I'm very happy with accumulating Doge at around 0.22. Not right now, because this zone needed to hold and it's not really holding. So I think there is going to be a retest of the 0.22037, anywhere in between 0.21 and 0.22. I think it's a brilliant area for me to reaccumulate. And finally, with the next leg up, we're going to break 0.5, and I'm quite confident that that's going to happen, you guys. I just want you to understand that these are going to be the last months. Now, one thing that's very important, and all of you need to understand very seriously, is Bitcoin dominance, right? If you don't understand Bitcoin dominance, it's just not going to work, all right? So the problem with Bitcoin dominance is, right, look at the way it's been dropping and what's been happening to alts. Not much, right? Not much. We're going to look at AVAX. We're going to look at all of the other ones. Just give me 1 second, you guys. So the liquidity for Bitcoin dominance is at 55%. Okay. Now, yes, we do have liquidity at around 50%. But for us to get the moves that we want to get on alts, we need more speed, right? We need more speed. So essentially, it is good that Bitcoin dominance is pulling up right now, because we need that. Because once it comes to our level of interest, which is at around 60%, 61%, 62%, right? Sell zone at 60%. For Bitcoin dominance, this is what we've been waiting for, right? Look at where price is coming from. Look, we expected for price to drop to the support at 57.9, which is a very real level. Very real level. We discussed that bouncing level even from 2020. This is a very real level. 57.2, 57.3 Bitcoin dominance. Does that make sense? Price is bouncing from here. Let it bounce. That's fine. It's better for us. It's better for us. Let it bounce. Let it reach the sell zone. 60%, 61, up to 62. We have two resistances over here. That is when I want to see. That is when I want to see what I want to see. You know, that is where we're gonna get some action. You know, that's the kind of drop I want to see. I don't want to see this kind of drop. Let me show you. I don't want to see this kind of drop. The difference is huge. So I prefer that. Do you understand? So that's why I want for Bitcoin dominance to come up. You guys make sure to smash that like button. Join Discord, because that is where I give all these analysis in advance, you guys. Join Discord to join all the traders and all the teaching sessions for FX as well. You can claim your VIP role for free on Discord as well. All right. So first of all, understand this. Let that information sink. Okay. It's good if we drop up, if we pull up on, yeah. All right. Cool. So that's the difference for that. What else? Let's look at USDT dominance. USDT dominance has reached the upper threshold of our range. How do I trade? Range model theory. How to learn range model theory? Come and sign up for my strategy course waitlist. Just do it. Just do it. Anyway, when we have bounce from the 0.5 in a price range like that, price will come above 1. What is 1 in that case for USDT dominance? Is 4.61. So we're waiting for USDT dominance to come up. Right? We're waiting for it to come up. It needs to come up more because it's coming from the 0.5. You guys that have been with me for months now, you understand that. Where is the sell zone? The sell zone starts at 4.7 and it ends around 4.8. Can the area be wicked? It can, absolutely. Can we come here and drop? Yes, we can. Can we come to the resistance and then drop? Yes, we can. So this is what we're looking out for. All these things, everything needs to be in alignment. Right now, things are not in alignment for me to start buying immediately. Does that make sense? AVAX, you guys, I talked a little bit more in depth about AVAX in yesterday's live stream. Right? If you haven't seen it, go and watch it, right? Go and watch it. AVAX on a daily. Very nice setup over here, but the setup might be under danger right now. This setup might be under danger. First of all, the wick was very beautiful in this candle, but when you get wicks like that, you tend to get wick fills right after, right? Wick fills, very important. You have liquidity at $20.5 on AVAX, also red flag, right? Let's calculate how far that is from the current price. It's like about 30%, which is insane if it happens. I don't want it to happen. I want it to be left behind. But it is what it is, right? AVAX ETF coin poised to perform really, really well if they get approved for ETFs, of course. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm sitting on my hands right now, being very careful. I can trade Bitcoin up and down the way I want to, because as you can see, the directional bias is always correct on this channel, at least for lately. I want to say always, but like it's never always, but it's always. So, did I miss anything else? Ave. Okay. Hold on. I don't see it. Oh, it's here. Similar to Doge, but worse, honestly. Like, because at 0.5 over here, at least you made on Doge, you made like a higher high. Here you didn't, but thankfully you did have a double liquidity formation on here, so you do kind of have a confirmation that price is going to come up to at least $400. So that's good, right? But is price going to come down and retest? Let's see. Let's see, first of all, how much space do we have? That's 30%. That's crazy. So that's going to be the worst, right? If it happens 30%, it seems across the board is going to be the worst thing that could happen on a weekly time frame. Yeah, so this is pretty much the supports over here. This is a very strong support on a weekly right now, currently trading at it. Can the area be wicked? Absolutely. Second support for AVE down here, 212. So this is more like an ultimatum, I think. This is more still very extended but possible. Whereas this area that I'm looking at, 256 right now, this could be wicked again, right? Could be wicked, because let's measure the wick down here. 10% wick, like, are you kidding me? 10% wick. So there is absolutely nothing stopping price from like trading a little bit further down and then wicking another 10%, you know, and then closing above 256. So yeah, everything has to be in line with the rest of the market. Sui, hold on. Sui again, at a daily support. Sui at a daily support. Coming from the 0.786. Do we actually tap the 0.2? We didn't tap the 0.236. So essentially that's fine. That's fine. That should go in price discovery. As long as this low over here didn't touch 1.52, that's fine. That's fine for price discovery. The overall plan. In terms of supports, this is the support. The other thing you're looking at is the fair value gap on a weekly, right? Weekly bullish fair value gap. So you kind of have a huge space over here to play about. You have a buy zone down at like almost $3, $2.9. Again, I really don't want to see it dropping to $3, mate, but it's a possibility, right? But if it comes down here, oh my god, is it a buy? 100%. Hi Gabby, your indicators work separately from TradingView. My indicators work on TradingView. You can grab them in the description box. They're created from the best people in the industry of TradingView indicators. They're called Lux Algo. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm in the industry for many years. I've seen them grow from a small company to company as big as TradingView right now, just like I've seen TradingView growing. So yeah, make sure to get the indicators. You pay because you pay for the best people in the industry. And by the way, I'm selling them for peanuts. So I don't want to, I know you guys ask for discounts and stuff like that, but it's not up to me, right? Lux Algo does the pricing. So anyway, so yeah, that's the indicator. What happens is you get the indicators and you go in your TradingView and you can click invite only, indicators invite only, and then they're gonna pop in your indicators. So paid for it in one trade. Yeah, like literally. I mean, I don't know how many you guys trade with, but I mean, yeah. So the thing is, right, very possible $2.9 on Sui. I think, oh my god, if we get to $2.9, this is a massive buy. Like, I don't know if the market is going to give us these opportunities, but if it does, oh boy, right? Imagine if we even get the 0.5, like 2.86, like that's crazy. That's crazy, right? You know what? So definitely an alarm over here. I feel we should like we should do an alarm for Sui just in case. I don't want to miss it. Actually, I'll probably open a limit order anyway. But Jasmine, okay, Jasmine. Let's have a look at how did Jasmine perform. By the way, That's like Diamond Eye's favorite or something. Increase profit. Yeah, Jasmine needs to take this liquidity first, so sorry. If you're in longs, like, danger. It's looking good though. It's looking good for 0.06, but this needs to go first, it seems. So like, geez, 17%. That's not great. But yeah, if you remember for Jasmine, we wanted to break this level, and we didn't, right? We didn't break. We in fact started dropping. Even on the weekly liquidity that was left, very beautiful. But as the market started dumping, everything is, you know, Jasmine's not doing well either. So yeah, let's look at the daily again. Yeah, you have the lower threshold of the weekly formation, which is fine. Hold on, am I seeing it correctly? Yeah, exactly. The upper threshold, not the lower, which is perfect. This is perfect. So you want essentially for price to drop here, and then you're catching a bid. Take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. Do we have double top on Ina? White normal world. Hello, white normal. Penny Freeman, I just joined your Discord. You're such an inspiration for us girls in crypto. Penny, yes, I'm so glad you're a girl and you joined Discord, because we have so many blokes. It's actually annoying. I'm kidding. They're very nice guys, honestly. Like, they're very, very, very lovely gentlemen. Like, literally, we have one of our gentlemen on Discord. We had a bet on the rate cuts. No, sorry, it was on the CPI. We had a bet on the CPI on Discord, and it was two girls versus one guy from Discord, and he lost. So sorry, he won, and we were supposed to pay him whatever the bet we agreed on, and he said, you girls are not paying me, you girls go and buy yourself flowers, which was the most beautiful thing ever. Like, my voice is really low, bro. My voice is, I'm literally screaming right now, so you should like go and fix your volume. But anyway, yeah, so Nikki went and bought flowers for herself. I didn't, because I got this rescue that's allergic to flowers, so I can't get flowers, but I'm gonna buy something else probably when I go on holiday next week. By the way, you guys, I am going to Canada next week, so there is going to be no streams. Your gain is too low. I am at max. My gain is at max. My gain is literally at max. I don't want to move the device to show you that my gain is at max. But I can fix it probably. I don't know how though. If you want to come on Discord and help me out how to fix it. Mr. Arpad sound is good. So listen, you guys. All right, next week I am away. So the only updates I'm going to be doing are going to be on Discord. So make sure you join Discord. Make sure you claim your VIP role. Extremely important. How can you claim your VIP role? Either registration with Bluffin or Pionex, one of the exchanges that you're going to have to use, right? You're going to have to use, because if you don't use them, I'm going to kick you out of the VIP. And the thing is, right, I absolutely love Bluffin. I trust Bluffin. I've been trading on Bluffin for years, and that's it. I have my funds over there. Everything is safe. You guys just trust me, right? I'm not about anything else. Okay, cool. Where in Canada are you going? I'm going to Banff, actually. Jasmine here. What else do we have? Jasmine and Ixion. We had also, can you do link? We did link yesterday. I can do link for you since you're new here. Come on, man. Of course I'm gonna do that for you. But yeah, link again. ETF potential. I don't know if they're gonna get approved. If they get approved, happy days. It's gonna be great. If they don't get approved, I don't know, probably not so great. But yeah, this is a whole buy zone over here between $18 and $20. Between $18 and $20. $16 is the ultimate, but no, you are looking for price to hold in between this. yellow zone over here. Let's mark it between 17.8 and 19.9. Banff is so beautiful. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. I'm so excited. ATH, that's ATH, right? Always give me the tickers, guys, because I know absolutely nothing about these coins. Okay, just FYI. Yeah, it's looking strong at the moment. It's still holding the zone right over here, 0.05699. So it's looking really good for now. Not too much price data, unfortunately. But yeah, if it starts dropping, I'll be looking at anywhere between 0.04573 to 0.05242. Hello, USDT. Hello, Dima Killer. I haven't seen you before here, mate. You are welcome. So I'm gonna be doing some weird coins for the new people here. What the hell is that? Okay, I guess. Wow. Yeah. Let's look a bit more. Very depressing. So let's try and focus on the future. Well, yeah, very clear support over here with the last move down and then this leg up, which probably nobody caught because you have absolutely no reason to catch this, right? There is absolutely no reason for you to go long over here. I can look at it on the daily. Absolutely zero entries given, zero entries. So I absolutely hate this, whatever it is. Hello scam. So yeah, up here anyway, you didn't catch this move, so thankfully the indicators are giving us, okay, this is the support. If you don't have the indicators, I don't know how you would trade this. Honestly, I have no idea. So yeah, that was the buy over here. It seems that it's very manipulated. It's irrational. It's moving irrationally. It's up 3.4% on the day. So good morning. Good morning, Ross. Yeah, nice to see you, mate. So yeah, it's up on the day. Irrational behavior. They want nobody to catch whatever moves, whoever is market making this thing. It looks horrible, and they don't want anyone to catch any moves. So yeah, ouch. I mean, very unpleasant and bearish as well. I mean, there is absolutely no reason for you to be bullish on this. Yeah. Daniel, let's have a look at Aster. Aster's been doing absolutely great. You know, anything that's, you know, supported by CZ is gonna do great. Where is it? Where is it? It says that it's here and I can see it, but I can't see it. Oh, it's here. La 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 la. Yeah, so basically we did that buy, Daniel. You were probably not with us at the time we were looking at this buy, so that did quite well. Aster is bullish. Aster is not bearish. Aster is not bearish. Aster is probably gonna retest 1.9. Let's mark it together a little bit. So this area, anything between 1.8695, 1.9698, I think is good. I think is good. All right, great mind. We're gonna look at Zion. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. GME. Yeah, we'll see. Let's look at Zion. So is it clear for Aster? This is kind of the support I'm looking at right now. Could be wicked as well. Could be wicked to 1.8. Like it's never a guarantee. People just want me to look at random coins so I can tell them, hey, this is bad. Zion down 5% on the day. Am I going to say this is good? Am I going to say this is good? Let's have a look. No, this is horrible. This is horrid. Horrid. Yeah. Nothing's holding. You don't know when the bottom is. You have no way of identifying the bottom on this. You have absolutely no way of identifying the bottom. You have absolutely no way of finding where to buy. What is this? I need you guys to remember, this is not 2022. This is 2025. And everything is concentrated in what matters to the big players. What matters to the big players is the ETFs. They don't care about Zion or Hion. Yeah, very sad. Sorry. 67 likes. There is no way we have 67 likes. Really, Diamond Eyes? That is so cool. That is so awesome. Let's look at GME. What is that? He even did he tell me where on Ethereum? Am I looking at the right thing? GameStop coin. Why are you guys showing me charts like this? I don't understand. This is what makes crypto bad. This type of chart is what makes crypto bad. Anna, please double top. Yeah, I just don't want to look at that. That's just nothing. Yeah, we're gonna look at Anna. Anna, you guys know the plans as well for Anna. Let's just recap as well. So yeah, basically still in the buy zone, but I'm not very convinced that it's going to hold. Maybe it will. If it's holding, that is going to mean a wick. If it's not holding, we're probably going back to 0.5177. So we're gonna need to be careful in that area. So that's probably going to be the buy area again. And if we fail like grandiosely, right? Grandiosely, because this was the sell for Anna, right? At 0.84 at the daily resistance down here. But anyway, if we fail grandiosely, then you're looking at the daily supports at 0.42. You don't want to be looking at that. But it's possible. 0.42, 0.3. You just have to have these areas on your chart. You just need to have them. If you have the indicators, you can mark them yourself using the indicators. But if you don't, yeah, I mean, this area over here, 0.48, 0.51 needs to hold. And the buy zone is always valid. As soon as the buy zone is wicked and we don't have any body closes, the buy zone is still valid. All right, you guys, make sure to come on Discord. This is the link in the description box. Claim your VIP role. Super easy for you to do that. If you're new here, our community is the best. Honestly, we're very chill. No spams, no bullshit, no 1,000 people in the Discord. We're doing quite well. If you want the indicators, if you want the course waitlist, everything is in the description box. I want you to pay attention and utilize what I've put as resources for you in the description box. Next week, no streams because I am going to Banff next week. I will try and record some videos for you guys, especially for Pionex, to help you on the grid bots to understand. I've already posted the video on Discord. I think I'm just gonna recycle it and put it on YouTube for everyone to see it. Yulia, seriously, I will go and buy your indicators. Just get them 1 month, see if you like them. If you don't understand them, there is a video on YouTube on the indicators. I always pin it over there, and I always pin it in the thing. Thank you guys. I can't join Bluff and Geo. I think you can. Like, a lot of people are using it that are blocked from, you know. So but yeah, anyway, Penny, just come on Discord, and we'll figure it out. Okay, I'll see you guys. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for being here again. Massive pleasure to be with you guys as usual, and I will see you guys in a week's time. In a week's time. I'm gonna miss you. Oh, thank you guys, thank you. Yeah, you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. Can you take a look at Sonic? Why is Witches always coming last minute and asking for Sonic? Bro, we literally looked at Sonic yesterday. If you want to go and see the video from yesterday, you can find Sonic analysis on yesterday's video. Okay, just do that because I'm running a bit late today. You guys are welcome, superstars. Well done today. Great. All right, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks or in a week.